All right. Happy Wednesday, Team Ignite. I'm super excited to be on with you guys. I sent Kimberly a last minute message. We had been talking about starting to do shout outs for you guys on these calls just because we love you guys, but we just keep not really getting to it. And finally, I was like, I don't know if you have time, but if you do, I would love some shout outs. And let me tell you guys, just like I am, Kimberly is bursting with pride for you guys because we really could do an entire call just shouting you guys out. But we're just going to start with a few, and every week, hopefully, if you work really hard, you'll get to be on the shout outs. So first of all, this one I absolutely love. Casey Thrift, I don't know if you're on. Man, you better watch this recording, lady. You have been kicking butt and taking names in the 22-minute hardcore group, and I am so proud of you, and I know Kimberly is too. I love that you just put that awesome post on Facebook. It was so perfect. So you keep it up. Keep rocking it. So proud of you, girl. And Blaine, middle name, social media is my jam, Phillips, has been adding friends like it is her job. I'm not sure if you guys realize this or not, but it is her job. But no, she really has been very, very, very proud of this lady because she and I had chatted, I don't even know how many times. I mean, like we even had chat conversations going, but I wasn't quite worthy of her friend request until a couple months ago. So it was a really big deal that she is adding people the way that she is now because she did not, it was not her jam before, but now, excuse me, not only is social media her jam, but so is adding friends. Hillary, are you on? No, but Hillary just took an awesome lead listening to what the smart people are telling her and signed her hubby up. So she is on her way to Emerald and growing her team. And that is super exciting, Hillary. The way that you guys are both rocking those workouts out, he needs to be a coach anyways. And then Amanda, and I know Amanda has been getting organized. Amanda, were you able to get on tonight? I love when people call me and ask me to help them get organized. It kind of makes me laugh. But I was able to help her out, and she was excited about it. But Amanda is already at SC4 this month, which is awesome, you guys. So keep it up. A few more. Kelly, big shout out to you, my love, for signing your hubby up and starting to grow your team. I'm so excited that you were able to get him to a Super Saturday event, and it obviously wore off on him. They put something in the water at the event or something because it did not take but a couple of extra days for him to be signed up as a coach. So that is awesome. Crystal has not only already signed a coach this month, but this girl is so teachable, you guys. Her Super Saturday event, she had, one of the two Super Saturday events that she went to. Trey Bearer was at that one, and he had some really good advice about making videos and just getting out there and doing it. And I don't know how many of you guys are friends with her and get to see all of her posts, but she has really been kicking behind and doing that, and even when she hasn't been feeling very well. So that has been awesome. And then Miss Brenda, my little rock star all the time, she is collectively at SE4, which is probably going to be SE6 in the morning, because before I could even finish writing out that she was doing that, she let me know that she signed another coach up tonight. So that is awesome. And just the last thing with that, Brenda is so close to Diamond, you guys. Like, just keep your ear out. It's going to be any second now. So I'm really excited for her and that. And you guys are all really amazing. Like I said, I really could do this all night long, like not talk about anything else and just talk about how amazing you guys are. But I'm going to not do that. No, just kidding. Okay, so I put that little thing in there, and you guys that we like to bring up, what's your career path, and we like to check it pretty regularly, like where you stand with Beachbody. Are you just enjoying the discounts? Are you trying to get your Shakeology paid for? Are you doing this as a part-time hobby? Just need a little bit extra cash around the house? Or is this something that you are really trying to grow a business and get there with that? So I really want you guys to all have that in mind, because regardless of where you start, regardless of whether you're going to leave a legacy behind or you just want to get your Shakeology paid for, whatever it is, Blaine's party in the background, I just love her. We all start at the same place, exact same place. We all start, none of us have any coaches, none of us have any customers, none of us have any experience with the business. We all start at the exact same place, and that is the bare minimum bottom. The biggest thing that you guys are going to have to realize about this business is that it's all dependent on you and what you do to make your business succeed. So today, when I was trying to figure everything out, I was just waiting for something to like lightning bolt me in my head or something, trying to figure something out, going through all my notes from past Danny events. I knew there was going to be something that I was going to come up with. And I kind of just took some of my favorite things from all of the notes that I've done and just wanted to share this with you guys. So, I love at the Danny event, and then Summer kind of broke this down as something even more contained to our business. Sorry guys, allergies are out of control in my life right now. Danny puts this big circle up on the board when she gets up there, and she divides it into 4 parts. And she says, no matter what it is that you're working on, you've got these 4 things that are going on. And it just goes to show that everybody is starting with the same thing. So as far as we're concerned with Beachbody, we've got all the products are the same. Everybody has the same Shakeology. Kimberly doesn't have a special formula of Shakeology that she gets to sell to her customers, and that's why she hits SE24. Like, that's not how it works. She sells the same bag of Shakeology that everybody else sells, same programs, same everything. They didn't get on her and they were like, ooh, this girl's going somewhere, let's give her this special Shakeology. No, we all have the exact same products. We all have the exact same 24 hours in a day. Blaine did not cheat the system and end up with 26 hours. And so she has 2 hours to make her social media posts spectacular. It's not how it works. She's got the same 24 hours. She just decides what's important in her 24 hours and what she's going to get done in them. And we all have the same tools to build our business. We've all got Everything with Heart. We've got the Finish Line Leader app. You've got me and Kimberly, who are more than willing to help you guys with whatever you want. We are not the biggest fan of Coach Basic groups, but we keep running them for you guys and for your coaches because we want everybody to succeed. And we heart Coach Basics just for you guys. So, all that being said, that's everything in your circle. So you got the products, you got 24 hours in a day, you've got the same training, and the one last little thing over here is you. And you guys have to remember that you're going to determine what happens with your business. Kimberly can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. Kelly can't do it for you. Brenda can't do it for you. You guys have to do it for you. Sorry. So, you have to decide what you're going to do differently to make yourself succeed in this business. You're going to have to decide what your priorities are, whether it's worth waking up a little bit earlier, going to bed a little bit later, skipping out on one of your favorite TV shows. Like Empire is on Wednesday nights, and I love you guys so much that I record Empire and wait to watch it because it's okay if I watch the recording, which I did not used to believe. But anyhow, that's the kind of things that you're going to have to decide. Like, do you watch too much TV? If I cut out of 30 minutes of TV and I was able to get a power hour in, would that make a difference in my business and me ultimately building the future that I want to build? So I want you guys to think about what you believe about the products, whether or not you believe that they work. Everybody's got their own story. It might not be, some people lost 100 and 150 more than that pounds. Some people, like me, my weight is not nearly that high. It is just a complete change in my life from being with Beachbody and having all of you amazing people in my life. That's where my biggest transition was. So you got to look at what Beachbody and the products have done for you and decide what you believe about it, because that is really going to determine what other people get from it. Like if you're talking, if things work, you're going to talk about them. And it's not even just with Shakeology and the products and the workout programs and stuff. I know I see you guys on Facebook all the time talking about some food that you found that is so delicious and you're so glad that you found this healthy option. And you talk about it because you believe that it works and that it's a healthy alternative or whatever it may be. So, sorry guys. So you have to really decide what works for you, what you believe about that, and then know that that's what you're going to portray. So if you believe that Shakeology is too expensive, and then that's what you're going to get back as your objections. And this is something that Kimberly said and has been saying for a very, very, very long time. And I think probably the first time that I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, sure, that's what you're going to get back. But realistically, since I realized that and really took into account and thought about the fact that I do really believe in the product, which I did before or I wouldn't have been doing it, but I just hadn't gone deep enough to really look in to realize that I really do feel like it is very solid product. It is something that I never ate breakfast. So $5 a day for that, which is not even what do we pay, like $4.35 or something for it. That is nothing compared to the junk that I would have bought or the coffee that I would have drank to try to feel like I was awake enough to deal with my children or whatever else it was going on. So I have come to realize that I really believe in the products. And you guys have to realize that whatever it is that you do or don't believe about the products, people are going to pick up on that. And you're going to have to show that you really do love the products in order for other people to understand that. And I feel like that was a little bit off on a tangent, but that's okay. Okay. Biggest thing, one of the notes that I absolutely love. We have to let go of the fact that if you think that your business is just going to happen to you without doing anything, like you're going to post on Facebook once a month and let people know that, you did this workout program and it worked out well for you or whatever, and you think it's just everybody's going to come rushing to you, you got to let that go, because that's never going to be the case. You guys, we are in control of our destiny, and we have to make magic happen where it's not happening. So you have to share your story in a way on Facebook and when you're talking to people or messaging with people that they really do understand and see what we're doing here, how it's changed your lives. And the best thing that you can do for that is just open up, share, be honest, be real about what you've been through. If you're finding somebody that has a need and it's not necessarily the need that you can fulfill, I guarantee one of the 150 something people on Team Ignite, probably somebody has a story that we can relate it to. And if it's not one of them, Strengthen You has a bunch of people. And if not there, Team Courage, I think, is like 5,000 people deep at this point. So I am sure we can find somebody that can relate to something. So always remember that you can come to us if you need something as far as that's concerned. But just know that it's not just going to come to you. You really are going to have to work for it. One of my favorite quotes, "The dream is free, the journey is not." So what else? Okay. 6 steps to success. So if you guys are taking notes, this is when you probably will want to start writing. The babbling, I think, is going to come to an end. But number 1, make a commitment to grow daily. Whatever it is, make sure that you have a growth plan. This ties in perfectly to what Kimberly was talking about last week. You always have to have a growth plan, whether you're watching YouTube videos, reading a book, listening to recorded calls, whatever it may be. You just have to commit to each day trying to grow yourself so that, Colleen, are you trying to get my attention, or are you just stretching your arm? Sorry. Okay, so, geez. Commit to grow daily. Number 2, set your schedule and plan your priorities. This is going to go into a little bit about what I was talking about earlier, you guys. Find a business activity tracker, find a checklist, find whatever it is that works for you so that you can have a set plan so that when you sit down, you're focused on your business and driving your business forward, that you're treating it like a business, and that you have a plan to actively grow it, because otherwise it's not going to do anything for you. Like, of course, you're going to get an occasional, oh, hey, I saw that you had that one post last year about working out. Are you still doing that? That may happen, but chances are that's not going to drive you to SC5 or SC10 or whatever your goal may be. So make sure that you're setting your plan, planning your priorities, and going with that. I know I've said this, like I've probably beat this to death in the last couple of calls that I've done. But you really have to decide what your no matter what your non-negotiables are. And the vitals make it pretty easy because you need to do them. They are vital to your business growing. So knowing that you need to be a product of the product, getting your workout done, drinking your Shakeology, inviting, personal development, and then, of course, social media, posting, sharing who you really are, getting real and raw. You guys, total side note, I'm getting sidetracked on this one, but it's totally worth it. I am so proud of how real and open everybody has been getting on their posts. I feel like over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer, there are so many things where people have been opening up and just being themselves. And that is going to pay off, you guys. So seriously going to pay off for you when somebody is looking for, this is the next step, and there's Beachbody coaches out there and they know several Beachbody coaches, but they're ready to do something. They're going to remember they want to work with your fun, spunky, silly personality. I cannot wait to check out Blaine's Target video because I know people are going to be drawn to her. She's going to be their jam. Like, it's going to be very exciting for them. So that's why you've really got to get out there and get open and real and honest and raw and let people see that you, because that's what's going to drive them to you. You, like I said, same product, same 24 hours in a day. What's going to make you different is you. Number 3, don't wait for inspiration. Make your own. And that goes back to, I said that before. And I mean, I feel like that kind of goes without saying, you know, you just can't sit around and wait for it to happen. You've got to get excited about it. Go out there, talk about how excited you are about it, be about it. And people are going to come to you. People are going to want to be a part of it. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen somebody recently tell me, I really love that support community that it seems like you guys have. I need to be a part of that. I'm like, yes, you do. You have no idea what a difference it makes for me. And I know so many of you guys are the same way. Like, that support system is amazing. And people are going to want to get in on that. But you got to share and let people know that's what's going on. Okay, so number 4, be willing to make sacrifices for the long-term opportunity. Same thing I was just talking about. If you have to wake up 30 minutes earlier in the morning or an hour earlier in the morning, you have to go to bed 30 minutes later at night, hour later at night, or you have to cut out a show or whatever it is you need to do. If this is your real priority and this is something that you really want and you're trying to grow your business, you're going to have to make sacrifices, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. I can guarantee Kimberly could probably name a ton of sacrifices that she made, but it's 1,000% worth it because she just keeps growing, keeps meeting these amazing people, keeps changing people's lives, and it's totally worth it. And then number 5 is make sure that you dream big. I really hate that we all kind of just quit dreaming at some point in time. Like, I don't know what you guys' experience was as children and whatnot, but I just feel like we live in a society where people make us feel like that we're not allowed to dream anymore. Like, you can't have big, exciting dreams. I love my husband to death. He supports me. He's so amazing. But the man's dreams have been stomped on so bad that sometimes even when I start to dream big, he tries to reel me back in, and I'm like, no, babe, I'm going with this. I'm going to dream it. I'm going to believe it because it's going to happen for us. Like, don't let anybody dull your sparkle. Don't let anybody shit on your star. Nobody needs somebody shitting on their star around here. Like, we've all, if somebody is shitting on your star, tell them to go sit in the corner for a little while. Bye, Felicia. You can come back to it when you can put some positive light on them, because I promise you they need it in their lives. And poor Hunter, I keep pointing it out to him now when he does it. I'm like, what, babe? I know he's not going to be happy that he was my example on the call, but he'll be okay. But I really do have to call him out because I don't think that he even realizes it's so ingrained in him that it has been that way for so long that he can't even tell that he's doing it. And so if I say something, he is like, okay, babe, I'm sorry. You're right. So make sure that you're dreaming big and don't let anybody step on that. If you need to dream big with somebody, I am sure you can get with anybody on this call and we can go together, talk about your perfect day, get all that stuff in, get excited about it. If you don't have anybody else that can get excited about what you've got going on and what you're looking forward to in life, then I'm sure one of us would be willing to dream big with you guys because we love you all. And then number 6, you got to give up to grow up. And this was probably one of my favorite things. Like, this is recognizing that you have to put yourself aside when it comes to challengers, coaches. You have to remember that it's not about you, that it is always about them. It's about us hoping that we can fill a need and helping empower them to realize that they do have what it takes to do that or change their lives or become financially free or whatever it is. But you have to remember that it's not about you. You can't get it to the end of the month and just be in like a rush to get SC points and forget, just throw them in a program that's not really going to work for them or whatever it may be. You just got to realize that, like I said, it's not about you. It's about them. And as long as you're putting people in front of yourself, you're going to become unusually successful. So put their needs in front of others, and eventually you're going to grow as a result of it. One of my favorite quotes that Danny Johnson always says, learn more about people than you do about the products, and you will become unusually successful. I love, love, love that. And it's basically just saying, like, you can't fit everybody into this mold, and that's where you're going to put them. Like, you have to find their needs. You have to help fill them and help them understand why it is that we can help them, what you plan to do to help them. And once they really trust you and understand that you're there to help them and you're not doing it just for a sale, you're not doing it just to build your team or for a rank advancement or something. Once you understand that and they understand that, then you're going to get what you wanted all along anyways. It just naturally happens that way. So my biggest takeaways or my best advice for you guys, those 6 points, and along with that is something that I know that you guys hear all the time, but just something that I want to remind you. Just find what other successful people do and do it. If you're not sure what you need to be doing, like if the checklist and the back get confusing or whatever it is, just go to somebody that you see that's successful and ask them what they're doing. I promise you they won't mind sharing. That's one of the best things about this business. You could get with any coach on Team Courage, send them a message and say, hey, I just really don't know where to begin. What did you do when you were starting out? And I don't know anybody that wouldn't be willing to give you some advice about it. But whatever it is that they tell you to do, my best advice I can tell you is listen to them. So if they say, get on the national wake-up call, get on team calls, make sure you get to events, Super Saturday Summits, go to personal development events, whatever it is they're telling you to do it, because I promise you they're trying to save you a lot of heartache. I spent way too much time starting out as a coach trying to reinvent the wheel. I needed the cutest flyer because that was what was going to get people in my challenge group. And I needed the funniest picture, and I just wasted so much time on stuff like that instead of just typing up an invite and saying, hey, I would love for you to join me in my next challenge group. I know that we had talked briefly and you had some things that you wanted to work on, and I just would like to know if you're ready to do that. Instead of thinking that a flyer is going to do that, know the invite's what's going to do that. Know that building relationships, adding friends, new people, because you are going to eventually run out of your hot market. If you're newer, you're going to run out of your warm market, and you Excuse me. So anyhow, you have to just keep adding those friends, and it all boils down to just being you on Facebook, being real, and then, like I said, sending the invites. That's the most important stuff. So make sure when you're figuring out whatever it is, your no matter what, that your invites are on there, your personal development is on there, your workouts are on there, sharing your story and being you is on there, because those are the most important things. And I know this is a really big surprise to you guys because we never talk about doing any of this stuff. Like we've never said you should be inviting. This is the first time you've probably heard it, all of you, I'm sure. I wish you guys could hear Kimberly laughing right now. But no, seriously, like it boils down to the same things. Everybody that is successful is doing the same things. Find somebody like Bonnie Engel, watch her. Find somebody like Amy Silverman, watch her. See what these people are doing. Who are some other really good ones? Melanie Mitro, Casey Wallace, Summer Tucker, of course, all great people to watch to see what they're doing. Like, because I promise you what they're doing is inviting, personal development, sharing their story on Facebook, being real and open, and making the most of what the opportunity they have in front of them. That's really what it all boils down to. And then just the reminders that we always remind you, make sure that you decide to be here a year from now. And I don't mean be here a year from now sitting like a fly on the wall and catching a call every once in a while. I mean, commit to it, do the vitals, do it for a year, and I promise you, you will see that it was worth it. Don't lay the groundwork for somebody else. Don't do it for 6 months, crush it, walk away, and then let somebody who makes one post on social media be the one that picks up about it because you aren't there for them to go to anymore. Do what successful people do. Put your own spin on it. Never try to be somebody else, and never give up or stop fighting for what you want. Basically, everything I got for you tonight. Miss Kimberly, do you have anything that you want to say on that? And I'm going to look through these.
I wanted to comment on that last point. Just to follow. I follow a lot of those. Bonnie Engel, I like Bonnie Engel a lot, and I post her in the Inspired post group. I think it's Fit with Emma or something like that. I don't even know who she is. I just like her post. Well, in that Inspired post group, you'll see a lot of different people that aren't necessarily 15-star. I think it's a good that are just where you want to be. So you can say I want to be 15-star, but you're never going to go from emerald to 15-star. So I like to follow 3 to 5-star because that's my next big goal. So I want to know, how did they get to 3-star? How did they get to 5-star? So if you want to be new diamonds, because a lot of people don't know who those people are. There's so many people, some of the people on this call, I think people do so-and-so diamond. I was on a call this week with Amy Black, a newer coach, and she was like, isn't Blaine diamond? Isn't Krista diamond? Not yet, but that's what they're working towards, and they present themselves in that way, which I think is a really good compliment, that they think that that's the success level for social media to look like that. She wants to be comfortable posting that way. So that's something that stood out to her. But if you need some recommendations, there's so many great people on Team Courage, and the way that you meet these people, guys, social media is one way, but it's to events outside of your town and your comfort zone. It's going to Danny Johnson events. It's going to Summit. It's going on a Success Club trip, Super Saturdays, maybe at a destination for a retreat. This is where you meet these people where you're like, I need to connect with them. I really like her. I'm going to follow her. I met amazing people on the cruise where I started following them because of that. So you don't always have to be following top coaches, because doing things that might not be where we are. Maybe we're not ready to have our own website. Maybe we're not ready to have forms and things like that. And maybe of money on social media. Maybe we don't have a like page. Like, so it's sometimes hard to compare ourselves to them, and then you can get into that comparison trap, as opposed when you're just trying right at that next level. And I mean, that's what Megan and I want to be for you guys, as far as we want you all to be diamond, if that's where you want to be. You know, we got out of the habit of posting that flyer. I think it was great that you post that flyer, Megan. Maybe we post it again in Team Ignite and talk more about it, because I don't really think you'd be on the call if you're here for the discount. But if you are, like, mission accomplished, dude, like, high five, we did it, we're done. If you're here and it's, you know, no stress, like, earn a little extra money, let's talk about what the number is so we can hit that number. But hey, once your Shakeology and maybe put a little side for date night, and we've done that, like, high five, we're done. Like, we have to focus our attention on who wants. Doesn't mean all of our attention goes to business coaches, but we have to know what your goals are so we know if we're hitting them. Because if your goal is to, hey, do you want to talk about a bigger goal, or are we good with this, right? So, like I said, I don't think most of you would be on the call unless you had bigger goals. So just be comfortable about sharing those, and sharing them with us, and sharing them on Facebook. To be real, like, put it out there. If you want to lose, let 1,000 people know that that's your goal. Like, that makes it a little real, right? That's why I don't post things like that on Facebook. But, you know, like, if you want to be a certain, you don't have to talk about rank and stuff like that, but if you have certain goals, like, I think it's good to have that accountability out there and share and have a support team. And you can always tag us in all of those things. Like, we want to support you. Like, sometimes I feel like I miss posts and just, I don't want to, but I trying to be more intentional with my time when I get on Facebook, and it's impossible for me to scroll through everything. But when I am tagged, or when it's on my page, so I love to see it and read what's going on with you guys. And Megan, you're very right. Like, the post quality has been awesome. And I know Megan's has your group started, Megan, with your 3 vitals?
Do what now?
Your 3 vital group has your, like, accountability group for the Power of 3 or the vitals started? Yes. That you're doing?
Yes, we started on Monday, and it seems to be going really well so far. I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay, good. So I think it's a combination of that, and we have, yeah, and I have some. It's an accountability of all of that. And if you're not in a group, let's get you in a group. Like, I mean, we love groups. Okay, I took enough of your time. You go, Megan.
We will run groups until the cows come home if you guys will get in groups and do what you're supposed to be doing in them. I am happy to run a group for anybody at any given time. If you want to push for Emerald with me, you let me know, and I will get you in a group, and I promise you I will get you there if you do what I'm telling you to do. If you want to be in a diamond group, let me know. I will get one set up. We will get it done. Kimberly and I both together will do that. We want you guys to succeed, and we're willing to do what it takes for you guys to succeed, but you guys just have to participate and do what needs to be done. It's just a little hard when we start up these groups and everybody's excited and everybody needs a place and nobody says anything for 30 days. Like, not even Kimberly and I talk to ourselves in groups for 30 days sometimes, just to make sure that we know that there is someone alive with a heartbeat in the group. So, like I said, if you don't have a group, if you're not in something going on right now, we will happily find you something. I didn't say that. Kimberly said that. Like I reiterated, if you're not in a group, we will find you somewhere. Whatever it is that you're looking for, I am going to, like Kimberly said, repost that post in the group, in the team page, and let's talk about it and see where everybody wants to be. And then I do urge you, once you do hit whatever it is that you think that was all you wanted, that you do at least take a second to look back at it and decide, is that still what you want, or do you want something more? You guys, there's people that have they just needed a little bit of extra money to go shopping, and they do that. There's people that are building houses for people all over the place because that's what their heart wants. There's people that are taking their families on dream vacations because that's what they want. There's people that are paying for their children's college because that's what they want. Whatever it is that you want, that you're fighting for, we're willing to help you get there. We just need to know what you're fighting for and come up with a plan to help you get there. So, Adrienne, I also am super proud of you for you and Wilson just getting that workout in. There's your shout out for this evening. So anyways, guys, it's about to cut off on us any second now. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening.